Welcome, race fans. Tonight, or this afternoon, let me rephrase that. This afternoon here, we're going to be covering this here for the Southern Baptist Convention for the disaster relief for Oklahoma. So it is a benefit race here that is put on by No Excuses TV, and we're here to help them out and give them a little coverage. So hopefully you all do enjoy this. We are about coming down to 4.5 minutes away from qualifying. So again, thank you for joining us. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play our national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back here, folks. They are out there qualifying right now. Haven't got a time to come in yet, but we will here the next time around. Not a very big field here. There may be some late arrivals, I'm not sure. Cameron Colby is going to take the top spot. Oh, Osborne just beat that time. Well, they're all just rolling in the last couple laps there. Tyler Hudson takes over the top spot now. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up qualifying. Let's get everybody on the grid. Altum didn't get to finish his last lap there. That was close, but not quite. All right, starting on the pole, Tyler Hudson with a 48.064. Congratulations to Tyler for grabbing the pole. Ed Sauls will start second. Robert Dietz third. James Curl fourth. Rachel Hunt will start fifth. Chuck Kemper in sixth place. Dan LaFoe seventh. Michael Given will start eighth. Brett Osborne ninth. Cameron Colby will start 10th. Jeffrey Hamilton 11th. David Altum qualifies 12th. And Charles Wooten, I'm not sure if Charles is racing or adminning, but if he is racing, he is starting in 13th. Now, this is to benefit the Southern Baptist Convention, the disaster relief for Oklahoma. So if you would like to make a donation to the disaster relief of Oklahoma, there is a link in the description, and it'll take you right to their website where you can make the direct donation right to them. This does not go through any of us. It goes directly to their website. So, but the description, the link to their website is in the description. All right, folks, here we go. Lights are out. Not a very big field. You guys are going to have to stay pretty much tucked up under each other. They're going to lose a draft quick. Pace car is in, and there's the green. Chuck Kemper up on the high side back here in 7th place. They actually just now starting to get up to full speed. It takes them about a full lap to get up to full speed. Ed Sauls up there. Kemper goes to the bottom. And Tyler Hudson pulls out to the outside. Let's Robert Dietz take over the lead. Uh-oh. Not sure what's going on with Tyler Hudson, but he's going backwards really quick. He led the first lap. Oh, actually, he didn't even lead the first lap. Wow. Robert Dietz did. Ed Sauls goes back as well. Be very difficult to pass here today. These cars, boy, it's really hard to pass in these drafts. Rachel Hunt immediately goes into second place. Dan LaFoe third, Chuck Kemper fourth, and Brett Osborne. That is your top five. Cameron Colby starting to lose the draft. Not good. You don't want to lose the draft here because, man, they will just continue to pull away from you easily. .100 laps here shouldn't take that all that long for these folks to complete. Not a very big field. I look for it to kind of be caution, maybe not completely caution free, but one thing I forgot to look for though is, let's look and see. They do have 2 quick repairs, no incident limits. Track temperature is pretty warm here, and I don't see no shortened fuel load or anything. So I guess they'll be running a full tank of fuel. So we'll be getting about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. Cameron now is about 4 seconds behind, so he has definitely lost the draft. James Curl is actually working with Jeffrey Hamilton right there to not lose that draft. Hudson back up to 7th. really changed up here in the front. Dan LaFoe still hanging on to third, right behind Rachel Hunt. And so far, Robert Dietz has led all the laps. All right, we got a challenge for the lead. Dan LaFoe takes it to the outside with a little bit of help there from Brett Osborne. Guys trying to make something happen there up on the high side. Tyler Hudson now riding along here right behind them. Oh, Brett dives it to the bottom. Gonna leave Dan LaFoe hanging out to dry. Wow, a bunch of them going by. They're 3 wide back here. Whoa, a little contact.
Caution somewhere.
81
caution.
going around. Ed Saul's going to spin it. Contact made between those two drivers. Wow, that was kind of wild there. He's okay. Well, this is good for Cameron Colby because he'll be able to get caught back up to the field here. And hopefully not to let that happen again. Coming around to try to catch up to the pace car. We'll probably see everybody come to pit road here, no doubt. It's just Whether they're going to change tires or not, I don't know. I would highly recommend it because these cars really aren't very good without changing tires or only changing one side. So, but we do have some guys that are going to stay out. Robert Dietz is going to stay out, but Rachel is bringing everybody to pit road here. About 4 of them stay out. Alright, everybody is back out. Dietz staying out. If I can get a word in here, maybe with somebody. Charles, I can't drag anybody.
You can't?
No.
Hang on. Turning it off. That's weird, but we'll fix it. Alright, now try.
But you
Charles Kemper.
On the next.
Charles?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, you started 6th today. You're up to 2nd. And it's a kind of, I know it's very difficult to pass out there. What do you have a teammate you're working with? Or you got a plan here?
Well, fortunately, my teammate is in the lead, and I have one that's sitting 2 cars behind me. So, yeah, we got a little team thing going on here.
Okay, you guys decided to not pit there. Can you tell me why?
Yeah, we're anticipating the possibility of a green flag pit stop next time, and just avoiding the traffic jam going into pit road.
Oh, that's not a bad idea at all, I don't think. Well, 100 laps here. What do you think of this event? But not a very big field, only 12 drivers.
Yeah, a little disappointed in that. You know, figured Daytona, do fast repairs. I figured we'd have a full field, but you know what? We've got some good quality drivers, and I appreciate them taking the time out of their busy day to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Chuck. Well, thanks for talking with us, and go get them, brother. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Our lights should be going out this time here, so I believe we will be going green next time by. Yep, lights are out. All right, folks, here we go. Pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green. Rachel Hunt down on the bottom. They just reached fourth gear and still not up to complete full speed, folks. '81 of Ed Sauls on the high side, but he's going to come down the hill. Ooh, I don't know. Boy, that was like kind of cutting right in front of Rachel Hunt right there, but he made it in there okay. They start getting single file here now. Jeffrey Hamilton will take up the rear of the field here. He better not lose the draft. So easy to do being that last car on the tail end of the field like that. Boy, it's so easy to lose a draft. You don't have anybody behind you pushing you. Michael Gibbon goes into second. Didn't take long for Chuck Kemper, their teammate, to go back to sixth place, excuse me. Tyler Hudson in fifth. Ooh, some close racing up here. You guys are getting awful antsy. I see Michael Gibbon there, kind of like was the meat between in the middle of the sandwich, and boy, almost got turned. Brett Osborne right there on his tail. He can't really see through Michael's car there to see how close he is to Robert Dietz, and boy, I'll tell you, that can kind of really come back to bite you right there. James Curl to the outside. Tyler Hudson going with him. Little side draft in there, never hurt anybody. Jeffrey Hamilton has officially lost the draft. It seems like that poor guy in the back of the field just cannot hang on to the draft. Like David Alton pulls out to the outside. And that's good for Rachel Hunt, because now she'll have somebody to kind of draw back up on the back of their bumper there. And we may have a new leader. Michael Gibbon takes over the lead. James Curl follows along with him. He's trying to squeeze it in there. Wasn't really sure if he wanted to or not. And Gibbon goes back out to the outside. He's trying to play both lanes a little early for that kind of racing, but trying to like slow up each lane there. After Robert Dietz led the first 19 laps of this race, we've had a couple other leaders there. Chuck Kemp led 1 lap, and now Michael Gibbons led it 2 laps. David LaFoe in danger of losing the draft now. Rachel Hunt, she's going to probably drop in behind Cameron Colby. I'm not really sure if she's going to be able to hang on to the draft. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. That was kind of just a little bit of a reprieve there for Dan LaFoe. He does have a little bit of draft help there now, but that's going to probably be short-lived unless he can really reel them in. That's just so hard to do when you're at the tail end of the field, though. Tyler Hudson back to 7th. Ed Saul's 6th. And Gibbons still in the lead here, but he's got challenging here. Robert Dietz goes back to the outside, trying to get around Brett Osborne in 2nd. Chuck Kemper is back into the 5th place now. These guys they're racing pretty hard up there on that high side, so it's kind of making it hard for him to clear these guys. Brett Osborne to the outside. And we're going to go 3 wide up on the high side. Robert Dietz takes it 3 wide. And he is working with James Curl up there. They're working something high. And man, might work out for him. Holy smoke. Tyler Hudson in the middle. You want to talk about the meat in the middle of the sandwich? There he is right there, folks. And the number 92 there of David Altum, I believe it is. Right along with him. So that didn't work out too good for Robert Dietz. He tried like crazy right there, but it just wasn't meant to be. Michael Gibbons still leading for the time being. Tyler Hudson trying to work that outside line now to get back up to the front. Tyler was our pole sitter, but he drifted back in the field. And I think it was by design. I don't think he really wanted to be out there. Didn't even lead the first lap. He just kind of wanted to drift back a little ways and kind of work his way back up to the front. Make it a little more interesting. Brett Osborne gets a run on the outside. And boy, I'll tell you, whenever they do, somebody's right there to fill that hole. Chuck Kemper slid right into that position. He says, all right. Move your feet, lose your seat. Know how that goes? Oh, a spin off.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Chuck Kemper. And that brought out a caution. Okay. All right, well, second caution, folks, out on lap 30. They had just taken lap 30. I'd venture to say some of these guys that have not come to pit road, there's been a few. Matter of fact, Michael Given, our leader, Ed Sauls, which is running in 4th, Robert Dietz running in 6th place, or I'm sorry, Chuck Kemper 5th, Robert Dietz running in 7th place. Those guys have not been to pit road yet, so it was getting pretty close to the time where they were going to need to come to pit road anyhow. That probably be within about the next 10 laps, so 9 or 10. So most of these guys will be coming to pit road. Looks like Rachel's going to stay out this time. Yep, Rachel Hunt stays out. She's the only one that stayed out. Everybody else come to pit road. Fred Osborne out first. Like a 2-tire change for Brett. 2-tire change and topped off the tank of fuel. But the story of the race here, Rachel Hunt staying out. We pitted on the last pit stop there, which has only been just a few short laps ago. What about 20, not even 20 laps ago, 18 laps, 17, 18 laps. So she's good, to run about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. And Tyler Hudson has taken it behind the wall. He said he wasn't sure if he's going to maybe, be able to stay the whole race or not, but obviously he couldn't. Well, let me see if I can get a... Michael Gibbon, you got a copy?
Yeah. Sorry, what?
You got a copy?
I got a copy, yeah.
Michael, you were out there and you led a few laps. I know it's very difficult to pass, with this restrictor plate and everything. But are you having problems finding like somebody to work with, maybe to try that outside? I know you did for a while there, and it got you out to the lead. Are you able to find somebody again to get you back out there?
Yeah, it's been a little tricky getting around the outside, especially with some of these guys up front, like Chuck and Robert. They work really well together. I'm kind of out here on my lonesome today, so I'm kind of working with whoever can get behind me or whoever I can get hooked up with. The outside line seems to be working pretty well for the most part if you can get the side jacks working right. But, I mean, as you probably could see in the laps leading up to the last caution, that if you don't have enough help on the outside, you're not going to get a full run on the leader.
Yeah, that's for sure. What do you think, 4 or 5 cars up there, or do you think you could do it with about 3 good ones?
With 3 good ones, yeah, you could probably get it done, but the more the better.
Right. All right, Michael, we'll be watching you to see if you can get back to the front. Good luck out there, brother.
All right, thanks. Have fun watching.
Yes, sir. Well, Rachel Hunt just led her first lap of the race, so let's see if she can stay out there now. They should be getting the one to go this time by. And we have trouble, Charles in the booth with us.
Well, I've been known to be called trouble too. So.
I was joking. Well, that caution come out like really quick. Did you throw that?
I did throw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were. It seemed like ever since that first caution, they've getting a little more antsy there. People are starting to get a little more aggressive as it's getting longer or further into this race.
Well, that's usually the way it is. Restrictor plates. Once you get past that halfway mark, onto the 2/3 mark, man, I'll tell you what. It's like it seems like they find about an extra 10 horsepower in all them cars, or they start trying things that they haven't tried all race long. And they get pretty anxious, and it's usually a good idea to see single file runs for maybe like the first half of the race. Let that guy out there lead the first 50 laps, and then that second half of the race start racing it up. Now you got full tank of fuel in here. They can run 40 laps on a tank of fuel, so that's going to be interesting here because they can't make it from here the rest of the way.
Yeah, they and for some of them don't know out there, you've got the 40, the 81, and the 33-year-old teammates. The 8 and the 11 are teammates. So it'd be interesting to see how they back up together, if they run together. So far, I've been watching the 11 to 8 haven't really had a chance to run together a whole lot.
All right. Well, here we go. Back to green, folks. Pace car's in.
Green.
Green is out almost immediately. Rachel got a good start. On the outside, Ed Sauls. He gets a good start, too. Wow, a little bit of weave in there by the number 92 of David Altum. Robert Dietz back into 4th place after leading the first 19 laps of this race. Everybody's had a chance to get caught back up here. We've still got everybody on the lead lap, but Jeffrey Hamilton's in danger of losing that draft once again. There's Rachel Hunt at the line. Let's see, it's not going to be her. It's going to be Michael Given will take that lead back from her at the line. Wow, what a push he just got right there from Robert Dietz. And he goes back in the lead. He's on a mission here to lead the most laps tonight, I think.
And I will throw in Rudy real fast for the ones that were happen to be watching Tyler Hudson in here. He did not get kicked out or anything. He had a prior arrangement that he knew he wasn't going to finish the race. He was just in here to log laps.
Right. Oh, Rachel's going to get hooked.
Somewhere, caution.
Oh, no. Yeah, Rachel got hooked big time there. And boy, out across the grass, she's going for a heck of a ride. And boy, everybody behind him got piled up. Let's go back and take a look at this. Wow, that was pretty wild right there. Looked like might have got the old dreaded bumper hook. We've seen that so many times. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Hold on. Let's try this again. That didn't work that time. Okay, so Dan LaFoe's right there on Rachel's left rear quarter. Now she got a little bit loose coming off of turn 4 there. Robert Dietz was right behind her, and he may have did that old kind of like brush along. Yes, that's exactly what he did. Just kind of sawed back and forth on her back bumper, and caught her just right. And boy, then she's going to get hit some more there by the number 8 of James Curl. Now, good thing they've got resets here. I'll tell you what, they're all going to come to pit road here. A bunch of them in the back. They're going to get caught up in this. James Curl. We've got David Altum got caught up in it. Cameron Colby, he gets caught up in it. Ed Sales, or Sauls, excuse me, he gets caught up in it. So we got a lot of guys that did get caught up in it, but Rachel Hunt, boy, she got punted clear down onto the front stretch grass. So, all right, well, let's get back up here. Michael Given is still the leader. Now, some of them will be coming to pit road. I don't look for Michael Given and these guys up front here to come to pit road, because they were just on pit road just a short time ago, and they know they got to pit one more time anyhow, regardless. Rachel Hunt did make it back around, though. I think she's gonna make it to pit road, and she's gonna have to use one of them resets. Got a heavy damage on her car. We had some that had to tow, being they were clear. They had just passed the start-finish line, so they were probably pretty sure they weren't going to make it all the way back around driving a hunk of junk. So they towed to pit road. Looks like 3 of them: Ed Sauls, James Curl, and David Altum. They do know that they have resets, I hope. They have 2 resets, so I'm not sure. Maybe some of them don't know that they have resets. Not really sure. Well, they still haven't got the one to go, so let's see if we can get a word in here with one of the drivers. Brett Osborne, do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
Well, you managed to miss most of that, but you did get a little bit of damage on there. Thankfully for resets, are you okay? And are you able to get back to the front?
Yes, I am okay, and hopefully I am able to get back to the front, but time will tell.
All right, well, what do you think of the racing out here tonight for this benefit?
I think the racing's great tonight. A lot of fast cars out here.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Now, I don't know. I didn't know if this was a fixed setup or an open setup, but do you know?
It is a fixed setup.
Fixed setup. Okay, well, that's good. everybody's kind of like playing on an even playing field out there that way. But all right, well, Brett, we'll let you go, and good luck out there.
All right, thank you.
All right, looks like they did get the one to go. Michael Gibbon bringing them to the line once again. We'll be restarting on lap 42, so laps are winding down here, folks. And yes, that was caution number 3. Well, Jeffrey Hamilton now will be restarting in 3rd. That's good. Robert Dietz still trying to get it back up to the front in 4th. Pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Green is out. Dan LaFoe trying to get, I actually had a little contact there. I think he wanted to get down to the bottom, but he was trying to get down there just a little too quick, I think. Side by side, Robert Dietz, Jeffrey Hamilton. Dietz is going to lose that battle. James Curl there in 9th, but he is a couple of laps down now. Was one of the ones that was caught up in that wreck. Dan LaFoe, wow, all the way to the high side. Brings it back down. I think he's looking to see if Jeffrey Hamilton might want to go with him. Oh, we got another spin.
Caution somewhere, caution.
James Curl in that one as well. Oh my, and he just took out another driver there. Looks like Ed Saul's going to get into that. Let's go see what happened. Might have been another bumper hook. I'm not really positive on that. Let's go take a look at it. '81 come up through there with a pretty good head of steam. And yep, he just got right into the back of him. So Ed Sauls actually gets into the back of James Curl. And that kind of snowballed from there. The number 92 there of David Altum, he's going to get a piece of that. Those guys will be heading to pit road to use another reset. Thankfully, they got 2. Not something you want to use 2 of them in the first half of the race, but some of these guys are going to have to.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't. I did not want to see that happen. So, got him a little loose, I guess. I don't know. I did. I'm on. I have none left now. Yeah. So, and we still got quite a few. Yeah. No, no, definitely didn't play on. All right, thank you.
Yeah, my mic's working. I just wasn't saying anything. The next big money race is when we get to 2,500 subscribers, and I think we're about 7 or 8 short of that right now. I'm hoping that as soon as we get to 2,500, that we'll have it probably that following Saturday. I'm hoping that we can get 7 or 8 more subscribers between now and next Saturday, because I'll have it next Saturday. Oh, actually, I can't next Saturday because I have a broadcast next Saturday, but it would be the following one. So, but I'll be putting that up on the Facebook page and on my website about. Okay, pace car is in, and there's the green. We're back underway. Jeffrey Hamilton and Robert Dietz trying to make something happen on the high side. They get back up to speed. Cameron Colby. up there with them. A lot of people were liking Dan LaFoe's car, the number 11. That is a pretty sharp looking car. Rachel Hunt right ahead of him in fourth. About to go in third. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, as long as we can get them subscribers between now and you know, I want to reach 2,500 subscribers. We'll be putting on another big money race here. I give away money not just to the drivers, but to people in chat too. I ask race-related trivia questions, and the first one to get the answer correct, okay? I don't care if they use Google or whatever they want to use, but the first one to answer it correctly in chat will win money. I gave away $60 in the race last time, $30 in chat, and everybody got their money. I did not miss a single person. I got their contact info, their email address, and how they wanted it delivered, whether it was PayPal or on iRacing credits or however they wanted it delivered, and everything worked out perfect. Hopefully that does happen again. Got everybody's contact info. So Cameron Colby to the bottom. Rachel Hunt up on the high side. Up there ahead of Jeffrey Hamilton now. Robert Dietz kind of gets shuffled back a little bit. He led the first 19 laps of this race, and he has not been able to get back to the front. He's been close, but no cigar. Well, all I do is I put it up in the hosted section, and I don't know what we're going to run yet. I've got a couple of ideas. Last time we ran Cadillacs at Michigan, and I just put it up in the hosted section, and it's the first come, first serve, whoever gets in there first. So, but I'll be posting it up on my website and on the Facebook page when we're going to have it, the exact date, time, and everything. But it won't be next Saturday because I got a broadcast for RTRL. But it will be the following Saturday if we can get the 2,500 subscribers between now and then. Colby into third. Still got 7 drivers on the lead lap right here, but a couple of them are a lap down. Brett Osborne takes it. Looks like he is just now coming off a pit road. He's trying to get every bit of damage fixed up he can. Looks like he's got a little bit more fixed up. Michael Given trying to lead the most laps here tonight. LaFoe comes down into the bottom there, right behind him. With the lap car there, James Curl. He is a couple of laps down. Robert Dietz into 5th. Since he got back on the bottom here, he's been able to make a little bit of progress. Given takes it to the high side. That opens the bottom up for Dan LaFoe. Oh, there's contact. Oh, that wasn't good. Cameron Colby got caught up into that. Let's go see what happened. Wow. That looked pretty rough too. A lot of contact between a lot of drivers in that. Let's just hope some of these guys have setup or resets left. Looks like down on the bottom here. Not sure who got into who. Looks like a little drift upwards there. Michael Given. Oh, right there. It looks like he had tried to come back down to the track there, and there was the number 40 right behind him. Chuck Kemper. Oh, I don't know if we can maybe ride along with Chuck here and get a good bird's eye view of this here. How about on the right front fender? We'll be able to see the contact between them two drivers as they come around. And it looked like he just come right down into Chuck Kemper right there. I think he thought there was enough room for him to get in there, and there wasn't. And they will get collected together. Boy, and it's on from there. Going to be a lot of damage on a lot of folks. Robert Dietz involved in that. Wow. Okay, so man, a lot of them going to get damage on that. Robert Dietz sliding around backwards. All right, so back up front, Dan LaFoe taking over the lead. It looks like everybody behind him did come to pit road. Robert Dietz was off pit road first, looks like. More than likely using a reset. I think he still had all his resets. Michael Given coming out second. Chuck Kemper. Jeffrey Hamilton. Rachel Hunt. And Cameron Colby now back on the lead lap. Or still on the lead lap. Let me rephrase that. Ed Sauls did get away by, got one of his lap back. So good call for Ed, man. That helped him out a lot right there. All he needs is a couple more cautions or another caution. He'll be golden. He'll be right back on the lead lap. Well, let's see if we can get a... Dan LaFoe, you got a copy?
Yeah, I copy you.
Yeah, Dan, well, you're out there in the front now. It's been a long time coming for you to work up your way up through there. I think you were involved in one of them wrecks, weren't you? Hello? Dan. Dan LaFoe, do you have a copy? Okay, well, I guess he ain't gonna answer, so I don't know. Guess he ain't gonna answer. Alright, well, we're waiting for the lights to go out on the pace car. And that was caution number 5. So the cautions are mounting up here, folks. All right, lights are out on the pace car. Well, like I said, folks, today's race is sponsoring the Southern Baptist Convention for the Disaster Relief of Oklahoma. The link to their website is in the description, and you can click on that, go right directly to their website, make a donation, and boy, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, here we go. Field's starting to tighten up here a little bit. The pace car getting ready to go in. It does.
Green, 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 green.
And there's the green. Chuck Kemper over the back of Dan LaFoe. They just start getting back up to full speed here. Rachel Hunt on the bottom. James Curl's right behind them, but now he is not on the lead lap. He's a couple laps down. And I'll tell you, he's been so strong up here with these folks that if he would have been on the lead lap, he would have definitely been in the hunt. Robert Dietz, 6th place. And we're seeing the bumper hook a lot here today, and I don't understand why we've been seeing it so much, but just I know it's a product of this car, but man, we've really been seeing it a lot today. Might be a little bit of a wind out there. I don't know. I didn't check the weather out too good, but I know the track temperature is default. 78-degree air temperature, 104 degrees track temperature, which is default. Jeffrey Hamilton, last one on the lead lap. Ooh, close racing right there. And Jeffrey Curl takes to the upper side right in front of Rachel Hunt. Might not be on the lead lap, but he's awful racy. Given back in 5th. And he dropped it to the low line. Hoping to get a good run here on Rachel Hunt. That is 4th position. And Rachel watches Michael Gibbon pass her by. And back up front, Dan LaFoe still leading. Rachel's getting shuffled back there quite a ways. She's back here with some lap cars, working with David Altham. And he's going to actually go by her. Here comes James Curl back to Rachel Hunt. That helped out Rachel a lot right there. Jeffrey Hamilton right in the middle here between Michael Given and Rachel Hunt back there a little ways. And we got a brand new leader, Chuck Kemper. Wow, what a run they got on the outside. Working with the number 81 there of Ed Sauls. But Ed is the first car lap down, one lap down. He would like to be out in front of these guys if a caution would come out so he could get the automatically wave by, but I'm sure he'll take this position right now because if a caution come out, he would be the iRacing wave by. And they're starting to get single file here a little bit now. I think things are starting to smooth out a little bit and settle down. We've got some people out here that are on their last resets. Some have no resets left. I think Ed Sauls had said he had no resets left, so, and rightfully so. That would be a good reason for him to keep his car up in there in the front, so he's away from all that wrecking. Dan LaFoe, third place behind Robert Dietz. Wow, still some bumping and banging going on back here. Lap car there of David Altum actually come down into Jeffrey Hamilton. Wow, Dan LaFoe almost drifted up into Altum. He drifted up again right there coming out of turn 2. That car's like really loose. He needs some new tires on that. Well, they're inside the last pit stop here. If they pitted sometime between now and the end, which they all have to, none of them can make it from here to the end. They all would have to stop. But Kemper leading yet again. One that's led to most laps. Michael Given is mired back in the field now. I think these guys they're trying to keep Michael back there. Rachel Hunt back in the mix. Went up through with Cameron Colby. And that put Jeffrey Hamilton into the back of the field. He's been here before. Doesn't want to be there again. He's got to stay right in the foot tracks of Rachel Hunt so he does not lose that draft. Rachel Hunt, not sure which lane she wants to be in at the moment. Let's just ride along with her for a minute here. Watch this racing up ahead. These cars bobbing and weaving all over the place here. That's an aero push on these cars, folks. The aero push on these cars are atrocious sometimes. Oh, there's a spin. Oh! Oh my. Rachel dodged a bullet on that one again, but Dan LaFoe's going to get targeted on that one. Let's go back and take a look at this. Oh, that was a big hit too. Looks like he might have got into Michael Given. We'll see here in just a second. Not sure if that was a bumper hook or what happened. Right here, it looks like, yes, it was a bumper hook by the number 8 again of James Curl. Man, he's just been bumper hooking everybody out there today. But then when Dan comes back up onto the track, this is when it gets really ugly. He comes back up, hits the number 14. The 14 goes up into the 92, and it's on from there. Boy, they got and all three of them are going to get hit pretty hard into the wall. So, and Rachel, she dodged a bullet again on that one. Man, she's kept it good and low. So did Jeffrey Hamilton. These guys stayed way out of the firing line there of them three cars. So way to go, guys. Way to go. Way to race it. Chuck Kemper still in the lead. Now, they can pit and make it the rest of the way from here. Now, do they take 2 tires? Do they take 4? 2 tires is not a good call, especially for as many laps as they've got. They got about 30 to go here. 4 tires is probably going to be the best call. I'm just my opinion. I think 4 tires, because these cars really don't run well on only 2 tires. I mean, you got to really be up on that wheel, you know, and it means for as many cautions as we've seen here today, we don't want to see these folks have to be right up on the wheel. Chuck Kemper looks like he is going to bring them to pit road. Well, looks like Michael Given's going to stay out. Okay. Eventually he'll have to come to pit road because he cannot make it from here to the end unless he's hoping for another caution. All right, we've seen some people take 2 tires and some take none. Well, somebody we ain't talked to today, Robert Dietz. Let's see if we can get him down here and talk to him. Robert Dietz, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, walk us through that pit stop right there. Did you take any tires at all?
I took right side tires. I was kind of gambling on not taking any, just taking a splash, because I can make enough fuel now.
Yeah. Well, you can give me your opinion on this, but I've heard a lot of people say that these cars don't run very well at all when you only do a 2 tire change on a super speedway.
Well, see, my teammates and I were talking all race. We were waiting for the right opportunity. If there were green flag stops, we would take 2, but only at the end of the race.
Okay.
So if we had about 20 laps on the left sides, we would do the 2 tires.
Okay.
It does get loose, you know, around the 20 lap mark a little bit going into the corner, but you can handle it on 2 tires.
Well, we
practiced.
We've been seeing a lot of cautions here today, and it seems like every one of them has been that dreaded bumper hook. Man, is there anything that you could tell iRacing to do to get rid of that bumper hook?
Man, it's just, you know, you get pushed too hard from behind you into the guy in front of you, and it's just like your car just gets jacked up into the air a little bit, and you're done for. So the only advice I would have for now, I mean, I don't know what iRacing wants to do, because I mean, I have no complaints. You know, as far as me being behind somebody, I'm anticipating the guy behind me bumping me too much, so I'm a little bit behind the guy in front of me. You know, that's the only thing you can do for now.
But what I've seen the most of, that's only happened once today, what you're talking about. What I've seen all the other times is the guy behind kind of sawing back and forth behind the guy and catching that bumper. You know, that's what I'm calling about, bumper hook.
Well, if you want to bump, you got to hit these cars square.
Right.
I mean, the front bumper and the rear bumper don't match up at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to bump draft, you know, you got to make sure you hit them. It's up to you to make sure you hit them square.
All right.
You know, I mean, I've been bumped a couple times. Actually, just maybe 4 or 5 laps ago, I was bumped going through the tri-oval and got a little sideways.
Yeah,
you know,
we've seen that.
I mean, I mean, if you're going to be my buddy behind me and help me out, well, at least hit me square.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is true. Yeah, this is true. All right, buddy.
You know,
go ahead.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Rudy.
All right. Take care and good luck.
Yep. Thank you, man.
All right, Michael Given back out in the lead, but he did not pit. Now, he cannot make it from here, so on fuel. Well, he will have to pit. Now, I think what he's doing right now is he's banking on another caution. And that would be the only thing that he could possibly do, because they can only make it about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. And let me see when the last time he was on pit road. Lap 54. So yeah, see, he would have to go 46 laps, and I don't know, that would really be pushing it right now to go 46 laps, even though caution laps are coming into play here. He's kind of pushing the envelope right there to, you know, and on older tires to boot. Some of these guys have taken newer tires, but some have only taken 2. It looks like some of the other ones in the back here have taken 4 tires. Rachel Hunt, Dan LaFoe, Jeffrey Hamilton. Ed Sauls is back on the lead lap. He'll be at the tail end of the lead lap. He did a 4-tire change. Are you back with me, Charles?
Yeah, we're gonna get back here for hopefully the last caution anyway. Yeah, it was interesting. With the 8 and the 11 being teammates, he can kind of spun them out.
All right, pace car's in. We're back under green. Michael Given pulling away a little bit. Chuck Kemper on the high side. Would love to dive it to the bottom. It looks like he is going to. It looks like Robert Dietz didn't quite get the start there that he wanted to. But I think Robert was telling me, he said that he kind of likes to stay back a little bit off the bumper of the guy ahead of him in case he does get hit in the back. So maybe that's what he's doing right now. He just doesn't, he wants to give himself that room so that bumper hook doesn't happen to him. Rachel Hunt up there on the high side. Yeah, that was really kind of weird what happened to Dan right there. That was really weird. And just, you know, what a bad place to do it, too.
That was unfortunate, especially when it's your teammate that does it. And that could be, too, one reason Robert was holding back like he was, because him and the 40 are teammates. So that's definitely, you don't want to spin out your teammate again.
Nope, that's for sure. All right, 27 to go, coming to 26 to go this time by, folks. And we've got a couple of retirees from the race. Cameron Colby and David Altum taking it behind the wall. Well, Chuck Kemper's looking pretty good right there, and now I'm sure probably him and Robert Dietz are going to be working together, but I don't know about Michael Given. Does he have anybody out there working with him right now at all?
They did have Brett Osborne, who's been in the pits for about 22 minutes, so yeah. His official, actually no, that's right, they're not teammates. The 92 and him were teammates, who is one of them off the track now.
Yep. Oh man. Well, we've seen James Curl in just about every wreck out there today. I think he's been the cause of a couple and involved in a couple in some way or another. But he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, and Michael's blinking pretty bad right there.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well, they are nose to tail right now, and I think that's probably a good way to run it here for at least another 10-15 laps. Michael Given looks like he's trying to do a little blocking out there, and on them old tires, well, I'll tell you what, about the time he makes a right turn to go out and block somebody and that car gets sideways on him because of them old tires, he's going to regret doing that. I just seen that happen last night in a race.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, oh man, is he ever blinking. Wow. That's got to kind of be disturbing for Chuck Kemper right there, because, you know, you got a car ahead of you and then he's there, he's not there, he's there, he's not there. That's kind of disturbing. That can play mind tricks on you right there. Well, here comes Dan LaFoe back to the outside, and it doesn't look like anybody's going with him at the moment.
And the 11 and 33 are bound to touch every lap.
And I'm telling you, yeah, Dan's trying to get down there and get as much side draft off of these guys as he can. And I mean, you know, he was doing pretty good there by himself. Here comes Ed Sauls to give him a hand. Nope, guess not. Looked like he was going to go up there and help him, but I guess not. He decided to stay on the bottom line here. Rachel Hunt hanging on.
Yeah, I'm sure Ed definitely wants to get up there with his two teammates and see if they can't pull a 1, 2, 3.
All right, 22 to go at the line, folks. Well, it was kind of a shame, Charles, that, you know, we had a small field here today for such a good cause. You know, that's kind of a heartbreaker. You know, I hate to see that. You know, you put on an event like this here for a great cause, and you know, you really do want a good turnout. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. We had at least 5 guys just not show up. At least they donated to the cause.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe we were wondering if Father's Day was just a bad weekend to do it.
That could be. Could be, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're getting a little chatty on the thing. I'm listening to radios, and it's getting real chatty.
Well, Father's Day is just another day for me, because my kids never do anything with me. One of them lives with me, and he's so... I won't even get a Father's Day card or a Happy Father's Day or nothing. So.
Well, on behalf of No Excuses, we'll wish you a Happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Charles. Heck, I got a Father's Day card from my wife.
There you go.
Yeah.
And James Girl he does not give up.
Oh, no,
Laps
man.
Down, and he's still fighting.
I'll tell you what, if he was on the lead lap, he'd definitely be a contender out there, because he's been very strong.
Yeah, he's only had 2 laps down, so probably a chance of getting those laps back are not real great, but yeah, he does have a fast car.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, it's not over till the large lady sing. A lot could happen in these last 20 laps.
That is very true. Cautions do breed cautions, and it's turned into a caution race so far, but we're hoping for some green flags here.
Well, as the car count goes down, you know, the caution counts usually go down. That's just kind of a rule of thumb. I'm not trying to be, you know, negative or anything like that. It's just a matter of fact, you know. And now that, you know, we're down to just a handful of cars out here, only 8 cars left in the race. You know, we're liable to run caution free the rest of the way.
Yeah, that is fortunate for the car count, but fewer cars, percentage goes down on your cautions. So
yep,
it's good for the people up front right now. They can give that lead and try to keep it.
Yeah, now it just kind of makes you wonder, you know, how many of these guys are like in conversation with their teammates here, and what their plans are, what if they're, if they're planning a late race move, or if they're planning on maybe like a 5 to go, 10 to go, what their plans are. Or maybe they're just going to wing it here, But we all know that when it comes down to the last lap, hey, if friends, teammates, doesn't matter. It's you're on your own, And,
yeah, I know. I'm sure the 40, 33, and 81 are wanting to make some last-minute move, but again, you look at James Curl in at 8. He's holding them down there where they can't really get out into that outside lane to do anything.
Yep. And there goes Given to the high side. Oh, and he's going to get loose. Oh, my. Oh, he's going to stack them up. And that was all Michael Given that did that. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was definitely an investment.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at that. I don't know what, and I'm just kind of thinking them old tires. I keep thinking about them old tires that he's got on that car. I mean, he was trying to make it on fuel, okay, so I'm sure he's running a really, really light fuel load at the moment because he hasn't been on pit road since lap 54. So, and he goes to the high side, and boy, the car kind of really, I don't know, boy, the thing made a big jerk right there. And there goes James Curl involved in that one again, but he's going to come out okay, but the rest of these guys will not. And again, Rachel Hunt slips by on the bottom, missing all of that carnage. Oh, man, I can't believe the luck she's had here today.
Yeah, she's started to get a little more aggressive and drive harder, and she's doing really good and winning all the race tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, that was great. But poor Michael Given, though, I mean, after coming out here, you're leading the most laps here today. It will be uncontested. He's going to lead 44 laps, and nobody can top that. But now he's back and forth, and he's going to have some damage. Hopefully he's got a reset. He does need tires anyhow, and that would probably really make that car a whole lot better on the track. I don't think we've seen the last of Michael Given. I think if he gets this reset, because I'm sure he's got one left. I don't think he's used one yet. I know we got guys out there.
He has either.
Yeah, we know we got guys out here that have used all their resets, and I was talking to Ed Sauls there earlier. He was completely out of reset, and that was on lap 46. That's a heck of a thing to be out. You don't want to be out of reset. Yeah. Well, now let me see here. Ed Sauls is in second now. I'm trying to see. He does have just a little bit of damage on that left front corner. Not a whole lot. It's just a little wrinkle in the fender. I really don't think that would affect his speed in the draft. Now, as far as pulling out and making a pass or something, being in the lead of a duo trying to make a pass on the outside, it might not be good. He might be better off going, behind somebody. I don't really know how much that would affect him.
Yeah, and I was looking, Jeffrey Hamilton just disconnected and reconnected.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm going to find out real fast.
Okay. Rachel Hunt will be in third. Robert Dietz fourth. Looks like he's used his last final reset. And he could still come out of this with a decent finish. Michael Given using his reset. He's in fifth. Like I said, I don't think we've seen the last of Michael. I think he'll get back up to the front without a problem. Now that he's got new tires on that car and a brand spanking new car, I don't think we've seen the last of him yet. Dan LaFoe. Robert Dietz will be sixth on this restart. James Curl still in it. Hoping to get away by, but I don't think he will get away by because he was involved in that wreck. He won't get the iRacing way by. He's going to come to pit road. It looks like he might try to get a little bit of that damage fixed up. But Chuck Kemper looking for victory lane here today. 14 more laps to go around Daytona and see if he can do it. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. Rachel Hunt needs to get the Good Luck Award. Yes. She's dodged a good many of these today. Let's hope she keeps up that dodge and them bad ones and doesn't get involved in any coming down to the end of this. All right, this is caution number 7, folks. Quite a few extra cautions here today, but still good racing out here, though. Good racing. Well, Daytona always does put on a good show. It just seems like no matter what you run on it, it's always fun to watch. Well, if James Curl doesn't get back out there or Jeffrey Hamilton, we're only going to have 6 cars to battle this out at the end. We started with 12, and we are down to 6 on the lead lap. Oh, James is back out there. Yep, he's coming back out. Got about as much damage as he could get fixed up. He still has not got any of his laps back yet, though. But boy, he's been competitive. Got to give him that. Okay, 13 to go. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going green next time by with 12 laps to go, folks. 12 laps to decide this race. Alright folks, this ought to be good. 12 laps to go when they get the green. This ought to be really good to setting up for a great finish here. The one to keep an eye on is Michael Given to see if he can make a march back to the front now that he's got a new car, new tires, got enough fuel to make it. Using his reset. Another one to keep an eye on, Robert Dietz. Dan LaFoe has been extremely good. And Rachel Hunt, Miss Lucky. Man, I'll tell you, she needs to go buy a lottery ticket or something because her luck is really good. All right, well, here we go. Pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And green is out. Whoa. Ed Sauls takes it to the bottom. Almost wasn't enough room to fit in there. If Rachel wouldn't have lifted a little bit, he would have probably taken the front end of that car off. So much for Miss Lucky, huh? Dan LaFoe, Robert Dietz. I think we got a 5-car pull away just a little bit here. Michael Given is really struggling to keep up. And James Curl right behind him is no help because he does have a little bit of damage on his car. But still a pretty strong finish here. He'll come in 7th today. At least for now. That could change. And here comes Michael Given getting a good run on that outside. Going to try to slip down there and get a little side draft off of Robert Dietz. Rachel pulls out. Tired of riding behind these guys. She wants that lead. She has not led, or I'm sorry, she did lead 3 laps earlier. Yes, she did. Led 3 laps. Ed Sauls has been the one that's got the big break today because, man, He's been involved in a couple accidents, used all of his resets up. He's up here in the lead. He was a couple of laps down, and here he is back in on the lead lap and running in second. 10 laps to go, folks. And it's come down to these front 6 right here that have managed to survive this race. Whoa. Foe all over the back there of Ed Sauls. Robert Dietz catches the yellow line, drifts it up the hill a little bit. And boy, they're going to dump off Rachel Hunt. She's out there by herself right now. Not what she wanted. She wanted some help out there. Somebody go up there and give Rachel some help. Chuck Kemper still leading. Alright, I don't know what's going on there. Michael Given on the high side. He did get around Rachel. Getting interesting now. These guys shuffling around. Oh, Dan LaFoe up the hill, almost into Rachel. Rachel got a pretty good run there. She's following Michael Givens to the front. What did I say, folks? I didn't think we'd seen the last of Michael Givens, and here he goes for the lead. Oh, man, he's getting down there a little close to Chuck Kemper. Kemper's going to hold him off for the time being. And now Rachel drops it to the bottom, and they may be sticking Michael Given out to dry. Whoa, almost contact between Rachel and Michael. And Michael will have to go to the back behind her. We may not have seen the end of that, though. Chuck Kemper still leading. Ed Sauls second. Dan LaFoe third. Oh, Dan, below the yellow line. Wow, man, these guys are all over the place. We've seen Dan up and down that track quite a bit. Don't know if he's maybe having some pushing going on with that car being on older tires or what the deal is there. Maybe he only did a 2-tire change. I do not know. And Rachel pulls out again, and I don't know. Well, she dropped it back down into place. Nobody wanted to go out there with her. It looked like Michael Given wasn't going to go with her. Might be a little communication going on between a couple of these drivers. Oh, and he gets... No!
Caution somewhere, caution.
Oh, no! Rachel was the first time today that she got hooked there by Michael Given. Let's go check this out. This is the first time we've seen her involved in a wreck. And it had to come all this way down to the end of the race. Now, I'm riding on really close to her bumper right here. Oh, man, what an upset right there for her. Now, this is where Michael Given comes up on her. You can see his car coming into view right here. And into the turn, he's not hitting her squarely. If you remember what Robert Dietz said, you've got to hit squarely, and Michael Given did not. And that's what made the contact between him and Rachel. And of course, he goes out. He's going to be okay. He's going to steer out of it. But Rachel's going to get into the outside wall. Yep. Oh, what a ruin for her day right there. Man, she's going to have to. Well, I'm sure she's still got a reset, so she'll be able to come to pit road and get a new car out of this deal and stay on the lead lap. But I don't even know if we're going to get back to green. I really do not know. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We might get a one to go. We might get one to go. Track position being everything, none of these leaders are going to come to pit road. They don't need to. They don't need tires. They don't need fuel. And if we don't get back under green, then that means Chuck Kemper will win. Ed Saul's second and Dan LaFoe third. I know everybody's going, so we might get. I think we're going to get a one. We're going to get a one-lap shootout. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a one-lap shootout here, folks. It's going to get awful wild out there for that. Well, now Rachel's got a new car. I'm not really sure how much damage Michael's car's got. Oh, he's got quite a bit. Well, he's not going to be very fast. He's got quite a bit of damage on the nose of his car. Oh, no, but now Rachel, she didn't. Oh, she must be out of resets. What the heck? I didn't think she was. Okay. I guess she opted to not come to pit road and use a reset. Okay. But Chuck Kemper is the man in charge here. And we still have not been given the one to go. Nope. And that means we will not go back green, folks. That'll be the end of the race right here. So Chuck Kemper going to be winning it here today. Ed Saul second and Dan LaFoe third. Those will be our podium sitters. Yeah, because they're going to get the white flag right here, and the lights are still flashing on the pace car, so we will not be going back green.
White flag, nice and smooth.
And that'll do it right there. for our winner today, Chuck Kemper. Big congrats to him. Ed Sauls, boy, would have come back for Ed. Was a couple of laps down earlier in the race and manages to pull out a second place. Dan LaFoe third, Robert Dietz fourth, Rachel Hunt fifth, Michael Givens sixth. The only ones that were left out there on the track, 6 of them. James Curl finally gave up and took it behind the wall. Just too much damage to continue on. Wasn't going to gain anything, so. Chuck giving us a little wave there.
Caution.
Give us a little wave there, Chuck. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Well, man, congratulations on this win here. I know you probably were kind of relieved to see it, the caution come out, but yet you kind of really wanted to see where it was going to go if it stayed green, correct?
That's absolutely right. I had good teammates behind me. I was pretty confident even if we did have another lap to go. It come out pretty good, I think.
Well, all in all, not a bad race here. We did have a few extra cautions there, but what we've seen today was a lot of it was bumper hooks and things like that. So I mean, all in all, still a pretty good race, and just kind of put yourself in the right position, Chuck, to be there at the end. And you didn't lead the most laps today, but you led the most important one, the last one. So great job, congratulations to you. And I know other than who we were sponsoring the race for here for the Southern Baptist Convention, for the disaster relief for Oklahoma, but any other thanks that you'd like to give out for today's event?
Yes, sir, absolutely. All the drivers that took time out of their busy schedule, of course, and yourself as well. Greatly appreciated. Thought it was, could have been a little better, but I think it was a good event. We had some decent drivers.
Yeah, pretty good drivers in there. It kind of got down to a pretty shortened field there down toward the end. But like I told Charles, I said, it gets down to the fewer the cars, the fewer the cautions, is what I always say. And I'm not taking anything away from any of the drivers. It's just the rule of thumb. That. It lessens the chances for a caution with fewer cars. And with you guys just having 6 or 7 of you out there running, it went pretty good green flag run toward the end there. So, but Manny, how did you manage to keep yourself out front like that so long? Because I'll tell you what, man, them guys were really putting the pressure on you.
Just one thing about this track: when you get hit, you can't overreact. You just gather the car back up, try and keep a straight line. I think being able to do that in a couple of those,
right?
We were able to keep myself up towards the front.
Right. Well, all right. Well, we'll let you go and go celebrate that victory, Chuck, and hopefully we'll see you around here in the next event.
Again, thank you much, Rudy. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, Ed Sauls, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, second place for you today, Ed. Boy, I'll tell you what, at the beginning of the race, it wasn't looking too promising for you to be even back on the lead lap. What did you think about how the turn of events happened for you?
I was very lucky. Missed some accidents there towards the end and got those laps back and got fresh tires and fuel and just got lucky there.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, when you were, I think you were what, 1 or 2 laps down there for a while, and then you managed to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, I was 2 laps down. The cautions fell my way there, and also I got to thank my teammates Chuck and Robert, so helped me out there.
Yes, sir. Well, if it would have stayed green, was there a plan in the memory bank somewhere? Was there a plan set up for maybe making a run on Chuck there to try to get the victory away from him, or were you just going to push your teammate to the victory?
My plan was to make sure Chuck won or myself win there. So if anybody was going to try to get a run on us, I would have pushed Chuck for sure.
All right, Ed. Well, anybody you want to thank for today's event?
I want to thank No Excuse and thank the sponsors.
Very good. All right. Well, we hope to see you in the next one. Run just as good as you did today, and have your luck fall your way again.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Third place, Dan LaFoe. You got a copy?
I got a copy. Yep.
Okay. Are you there this time now?
I don't know what happened last time.
Yeah,
I had answered you, and then.
Yep.
I heard you, but then I couldn't get back to you. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you've managed to keep yourself in the hunt right here, and for that pretty much that whole part of the race. So you did lead 10 laps today. All in all, what did you think of the racing out here today?
Well, a lot of give and take, a lot of lead changes, and a lot of blocking, but it's just the nature of plate racing.
Right.
But I just want to thank No Excuses. My team, Accelerated Motorsports, brand new team that just formed. Myself, James Curl, and OJ Dompier. And I'd like to thank everybody watching, and thanks for the broadcast.
Well, we appreciate that very much, Dan. And, like I've been telling everybody, if I put the link to the website there in the description. If anybody would like to donate for the cause here today for the disaster relief of Oklahoma, please do. Please go there and dig deep in them pockets and give what you can, because this definitely would be appreciated. So, and it doesn't go through anybody else. It goes directly to their website. So, you're not going to get scammed or anything like that. It goes right to their website. So, well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Congrats on third. Man, good to see you out there running as well as you did today. And hopefully you had a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. Yes, I did. I had a blast. I look forward to a lot more racing with No Excuses. I definitely like the people I'm racing with.
Yes, sir. Good bunch of guys. I've got to say,
Yes.
man. Charles and I, it was kind of a long story, but I'll just make it real short. It didn't look like we were going to become friends, and then all of a sudden we became friends, and we're good friends, So, but yeah, a good bunch of folks over here, I'll tell you. So you're in with a good crowd.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for MaxSpeedTV as well.
Oh, yes, sir. No problem. All right,
All
folks.
right.
Thank you. And let's run down through the final results here real quick, folks, before we get out of here. Chuck Kemper coming home with the win here today. Ed Sauls in second. Dan LaFoe third. Robert Dietz finishes fourth. Rachel Hunt fifth. Michael Given sixth. Michael did lead the most laps here today with 44 laps. So James Curl seventh. Jeffrey Hamilton eighth. Cameron Colby will finish ninth. David Altum 10th. Brett Osborne 11th, and Tyler Hudson rounding out the field in 12th place. Charles was adminning the race. So again, big congratulations to Chuck Kemper. And folks, like I said, please think about that, and right in the description of the race here today is the link, and go make that donation. Dig deep in the pockets there, make a donation to the disaster relief of Oklahoma, and it's the website is, I believe that is the Southern Baptist Convention. So they I guess they're in charge of that. So, all right. Thank you for watching here today on MaxSpeedTV. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.